Hi, this is Sharon from Craftyandcreativeideas.blogspot.com. I'm here today to bring you another one of my Wow That's Cool videos from the series. And today I'm going to be showing you how to fold an origami Christmas tree. Now all of these trees, I'm not going to be demonstrating this particular card because these four cards are going to be available shortly on my blog for sale on my online kits to go. But we're going to be concentrating a lot about the Christmas trees and the festival of trees. This card, the folded Christmas tree, little punch-out trees from the festival of trees, and also the origami tree. All four of these cards will be available at craftyandcreativeideas.blogspot.com under my classes to go, and these will be my November 2014 class to go. But I'm going to demonstrate with other paper just how to do this fold, so that you know how to make the origami tree. So we're gonna start out with, I like to switch off two different patterns. So you want two different patterns that kind of complement one another, and this is going to be a 3x3, and then the next one that contrast would be 2.5, and then you want a 2x2, and then a 1.5 by 1.5. These are all square, so 3x3, 2.5 by 2.5, 2x2, and 1.5 by 1.5. Okay, so we're going to start out with, I'm going to use the larger one for demonstrating the first one because it's easier to see. You're going to take the side that you don't want to show on the outside of the tree. You're going to fold that toward yourself. Once we have this rectangle, we want to use our bone folder. And then this gets folded also to the rectangle. Then we want to bring this on a diagonal. And once again, to the diagonal. Okay, now what you have, it's really hard to see the folds on this paper, so I had made a little template. This is all the folds that you're going to have. This is all the folds that you've done now on this, because you've got your rectangular and your rectangular, and now you've got the diagonal and diagonal, and this gives you all these different fold marks on there. Okay, now you're going to go back to the original diagonal fold, and you're going to push in, hold the one side, and then take your finger and push in on each right side and the left and the right side of both, so that you end up with something that looks like a teepee. Then you're going to take this fold on this side, and you have a diagonal mark here from when you were folding. So you're going to bring this in to that fold mark, and then you're going to bring this one down over to that fold mark also. And then of course we need to use our bone folder to secure all these down. Now I'm going to just fold the rest of these real quickly so that we can get to the next step. I will do this one for you, and then I'll just do the other two with the camera off. So down the side you do want diagonal, diagonal, pinch it in, pinch in, and then fold the flaps over to the score mark that you had down the middle. and then use your bone folder to crease. Okay, now that we have all 4 pieces folded, the next step is to take a little bit of ink. I'm just going to use some cherry cobbler real quick here. And I like to ink the edges of all of the folds on the tree, especially the tips of the bottom part, because it really creates a nice little shadow on it then. So I'm going to do that real quick. Is we're going to take our Dazzling Diamonds, and we need the little 2-way glue stick. Alright, what I like to do is take the edges of my tree, and we're just going to take a little glue. I think I just like to do on the little fine points, and the focus points. Let's just do these real quick. And then once you've got the glue all around those edges, then I like to take my Dazzling Diamonds. This will just make it look like there is a little frost on the tips of, I don't know how much the camera is picking that up, but it just makes it look like the tree has little frosted tips on the edge of it. So I'm going to do the last of the 3 of these real quick. Okay, now that we have all the frosted tips on the end of the tree, then you can just take a teeny bit of glue runner. And what I did ahead of time here is I ran just my top layer, which depending on what you do with your trees, whether you make it just on the card base, of course then you won't be able to do this unless you just run your embossing right on the base, or if you take 1 layer, or if you end up with 2 layers. Your white cardstock, of course, or whatever cardstock you use, they're going to be a different size as far as which one you're running through your embossing folder. I took my On Point, which is a bunch of little trees, and I ran that through my embossing folder because it really looks cute as a background then when you put the tree on there. And then I'm going to take a little teeny bit of adhesive, snail, and I'm going to run just a little bit of glue runner in the inside of this tree so that when I stick it on top of the next layer, it'll just have something to hook to. And then the same thing with the other one. Just a teeny bit of runner is all you need. You can stick it on top of there. And then the same thing with this one. You're just going to run a little bit of runner through there also. And then it's going to fit on top. Now you can put a little adhesive. I personally like to put a little bit of adhesive, but I like to put a glue dot on each seam when I stick it on the card so that it really it's not going to move anywhere. And depending on the look that you want on your tree, if you want it to stay 3-dimensional like this, then that'll be all you do with it. If you want these to all be down, then you can glue dot them all down if that's the look that you want, is more of the flush. You can even, it's pretty much whatever you want to do. I personally like to just take a little bit of glue just on the inside part here so that it's kind of a combination of both. And as you can see on my card, I glued down just the back portion, but I did leave this open and swinging so that these are all still open. I like the 3D effect to it. So I hope this helps to, help you to understand just how to fold the origami tree. Now you can just put a little star up there with a little glitter paper, and that's what I did with the Miri Mini Punch. And just complete the front of your card the way the ones you want to. But at least you know how to fold the tree, and then you can put it on any base or wherever you do, you know, whatever you want to do with it. But at least you know the basic folding for it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you as far as how to fold this tree. And if you're interested in buying any of the November card kit class to go, you can check them out on my blog at craftyandcreativeideas.blogspot.com. In the next week or two, they should be available for sale while quantities last. So I hope you check out some of my other videos, and until next time, God bless.